It's the NRA man forever, and unfortunately, the good news, it had to stop soon. Now, my best buddy up there in New York, Mr. Michael Bloomberg, that sorry sack of shit, I mean that wonderful individual, he's decided he's going to give a one-time, hopefully, one-time mass infusion of $50 million. And he's given it to anti-gun organizations in an effort to build a grassroots effort to counter the NRA's pro-Second Amendment efforts nationwide. Lovely. Here's where the bad gets worse, y'all. In the last few election cycles, not the last election cycle, the last few election cycles, the National Rifle Association, as a combined grand total, has managed to give a whopping $20 million to pro-gun organizations and pro-gun candidates in elections. That's a pretty good number. But it ain't $50 million. Now that $50 million is not all going to be directed towards national elections, and it's not all going to be directed towards state elections and local elections and whatnot. It's going to be divided up. But that $20 million that I was referring to earlier, that's divided up between congressional elections, presidential elections, even as far as say like your local city of Austin elections. That's $30 million that we got to make up, y'all. And this is a serious challenge to our Second Amendment rights. You've got the biggest player in safeguarding our right, your right and mine, to keep and bear arms up there on the hill is going to be underfunded by about $30 million when faced against this challenge. And that's not, like I said, last election cycle, that's the last few election cycles. So it is going to be considerably more than $30 million. These people are trying to get a major jump start on the presidential election, getting their message out, and those of us that are actually NRA members, we're not going to sway. We know where we stand. But they're aiming for those independents, the people out there that don't really have an opinion one way or the other. It doesn't really affect them. They don't have a gun. They don't necessarily dislike guns, but then again, they don't necessarily want one either. Those people that it could honestly affect them less if more strict gun control were to actually happen. We've got to keep those people on our side, y'all. That being said, that's a big reason why I've cleaned up my language so much in a lot of these videos. I know a lot of the people, 90% of the people that watch these videos are already well entrenched on my side of the issues, but for the few that stumble upon them that actually are looking for information, unbiased information, I know I'm not the best source, but I do at least offer facts when I throw out my opinions. It doesn't send a good message when I'm in there dropping the F-bomb every 30 seconds. I know it's brought down the entertainment value of my videos considerably, but now is not the time for entertainment. It's time for some serious action, y'all. And we as a community, we really need to unite. And there's a few ways that we can do it. The first of which is joining the NRA. Second would be a monetary donation of $5, $10, $10,000, however much, to the NRA. Third option would be getting in contact with your elected representatives at all levels, and once the actual races start up, if you have a congressional race for your district this year, either at the state or the federal level, hit up the candidates as best as you can. That way, you know, your guy may not win, but at least the guy coming in knows where you stand as an individual. And one voice won't do it, But if you get enough people out there, I don't want to say, bitching, but enough people out there standing up and saying, hey, this is where I stand on my Second Amendment rights, then you have a bargaining chip, you have some leverage. If you get, 2 or 3 people to actually step up to the plate and do their constitutional duties, then yeah, we're screwed. But if we can actually come together as a community of responsible American citizens, as we should be, with respect to the desires and wishes of our founding fathers, and actually challenge our government and voice our concerns and opinions, then you know what? We might not be sitting too bad off. But the problem is, we got a lot of lazy people that need to get off our asses. The final option, you could do all of the above or a combination of any of the 3 options. I'm not going to sit here and say which one you should do because each person is different. You may not be able to afford the $35 for a membership plus a donation, but you've got the time to sit down and type out an email to your congressman. You might not have the time to type out an email to your congressman, but you got the time to take a couple minutes to fill out the online application, join the NRA, but maybe not a donation, or you might just have it depends. It depends on the person. I'm gonna do everything that I personally can to do my part in this fight as a responsible gun-owning American and as a responsible freedom-loving citizen. And I beseech each and every single one of you that watch this video to do the same. This is the NRA Man Forever, reminding you that united we stand and divided we fall. Join the NRA. Today, we need you.